former Navy SEAL, former FBI special agent. Jonathan, how do you take this? Is this simply a call to protest, or is it a call to something much, much worse?
Well, Todd, honestly, it doesn't really matter how I take it. It's how those people who support the propaganda that's coming out of Hamas, and you have to remember Hamas is born from Iran, basically. So whatever propaganda Iran is putting out there, and I do hold them pretty much accountable for this, is what is going to be important to the people who are likely to carry out an attack. And that's what we have to realize. Todd, we mix all these people into different categories or different groups: Al-Qaeda, ISIS, the Taliban, Hamas, Iran. But the reality is it's all one group. It's fundamental Islamic radicals who want to get rid of Israel. They either want a regional or a global domination. And this is just another example of one and the same. It's just a different place in the world. And right now, what's happening with this this call to arms, almost basically, as you would call it, is that they're trying to instigate lone wolves. And as we see here with these protests, people who truly do not understand the problem, but they're altruistic and narcissistic like most people in the world now, and they believe that this is a cause that they need to jump on when they really don't understand what's happening.
Well, look, protests are one thing, but I got to hop on a train at Grand Central Station a couple blocks away here in about 4 hours. How should I and every American in a heavily populated area approach today?
So I wrote a book in 2017 called Sheep No More, The Art of Awareness and Attack Survival. And I'm not here to pump that book, but I'm here to pump what the book has to say, because I wrote it when I saw in the military and in law enforcement that there was a gap between what we know and what the people know. And the biggest part of that awareness that we have in the military and law enforcement that civilians don't is that you, Todd, Carly, and everyone else that's watching this can look at your surroundings from the attacker's point of view. And if you can understand that these people are not rocket scientists, they just exploit vulnerabilities and avenues of approach that are open to them, and they take advantage of those things. If you understand that you can see your world the same exact way, then you'll be able to forward think everything that they do. And if you don't feel safe, not just tomorrow, because if nothing happens today, what about tomorrow? What about the next day? It's possible for this to happen anytime. So you shouldn't be paranoid, but you should be aware. And the way you do that is by looking at your life in every sector from the attacker's point of view.
Understood. Alexandria Hoff listed off all the ways various cities are preparing, and I think it's very, very good that we're taking a proactive approach today. But are we prepared as a nation to prevent a terror attack? Or have we become just too complacent? And again, nothing's on the radar as of now. We need to be clear. We don't want to be alarmist. But to the underlying question, are we prepared?
Well, when law enforcement tells you that there's no known threat, what they're telling you is that as far as we know, nobody's going to try to attack, right? So that doesn't really give me comfort in any way, shape, or form, nor did it when I was in the FBI. But I just got back from overseas. I was in Belgium for a period of time, and I'm all over the place, really. I was all over Europe. And I'm here to tell you that the United States, Israel, and all of Europe, and really the world, has fallen under this illusion that because there's been an expansive time between attacks, that we are somehow safer than we used to be, and that the government or whoever's government, whether it's the United States or anywhere else, is going to be the first responders for us. The reality is you are your first responder, and we are in a crisis in this world because, and I am a little alarmist because I've seen it all over the place. People are not aware of their surroundings. They've gone back to sleep and forgotten that this enemy exists. And as you pointed out earlier in the show, the Red-Green Alliance, that's the alliance between radical or fundamental Islam and communism. It still lives.
Jonathan, you have the expertise, and the fact that you're concerned should concern every American. Jonathan, thank you very much. Appreciate it.